Hello everybody, it's the LEGO Link here, and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's LEGO review, we're taking a look at set 75148, Encounter on Jakku from LEGO Star Wars. The set released in 2016, has 530 pieces and 4 minifigures, and is based off The Force Awakens. This set retailed for $60, which is definitely a bit expensive. It's actually gone down a bit in value, only being about like $50 sealed now, which I think is one of the rare cases where a set has actually lost value from when it was originally priced. So that's pretty crazy to think about. But yeah, the set is based off the Jakku scenes from the beginning of the movie with Unkar Plot and Rey, and then her escape from that. So you can see on the back we have some nice like displays of the play features, an ad for the Force Builder app, which I don't even know exists anymore. And then I like that hologram design showing like the blueprint of the outpost. Alright, let's open this set up. So the set has 5 bags in total. We also get the fabric or plastic for the outpost tops, and then we get the instructions, which has the box art there, and inside there's just the standard instructions with it's just standard. There's nothing really interesting. The back has some of the advertisements though for the figures in the other sets and some of the other sets in 2016, and also an ad for the Force Awakens video game. So one of the figures we get in the set is Rey, and it's a basic Rey figure. I think she appears in a few different sets. She has some nice printing on the torso and legs. I like those tan wraps there. It's just her scavenger outfit. She also comes with a staff using a pole in the middle and 2 lightsaber hilts. It looks pretty good. I do like that hairpiece with like the 3 braids. Unique hair for her. And then she has that basic Rey face. And if you go the other side, it is an angrier face, but yeah, just a basic Rey figure, but nice to get in the set. We also get BB-8 in the set, who is another pretty basic figure. He appears in a lot of different sets, and it just uses those 2 unique pieces, the rounded ball there with a bunch of orange and silver printing, and then that dome at the top with little eye and stuff. It's a pretty unique mold, and it looks pretty good. We haven't got BB-8 in a little while, but it's still a pretty cool astromech figure, but he's definitely pretty common, so he's not that interesting. So a unique figure to this set is Tito, who is like a scavenger. So he has a unique outfit with a dark tan wrap look, and then some belts there. It includes his little staff, which I think is for his animal to like keep it going, or if it's just a weapon. It looks pretty nice. And then he has this unique molded head with tubes and then the little glasses there, and you can see some green poking out at the back. So it's a pretty cool molded head, and we haven't had this figure since. I think it's just a pretty cool alien figure. The last figure we have is Unkar Plot, the leader of the scavengers, or he collects all the scavenger stuff. So he has the legs with a bit of printing, some yellow stripes, and I like how it continues onto his chest plate. Looks pretty good, and his head and torso are all together in the sandwich piece. There's no printing underneath, but it's a pretty unique mold. I like that armor there and how it goes onto the back as well. Looks pretty neat. And of course that blobfish-like head looks amazing and really silly. And we have that nice angry look there, and then his little helmet as well. Overall, it's a great, unique figure we haven't had since, and looks amazing. Especially that mold is super good. So one of the side builds we get is the Lugga Beast, which is what Tito rides, and it's a pretty detailed animal figure. So for the main body, it's made up of a bunch of dark tan bricks, but then underneath we have like the belly made of tan, which looks good. And I like on the sides how these chains connect from the side to the bottom, just adding some detail there. And up top we have a bunch of blue for like the harness or whatever. And we have a spot right here with the grow piece and a stud there. And that's where you can sit Cheeto on the Lugga Beast. And then there's a build for like a little backpack there, which is pretty nice. We have some more blue on the sides of the body. And at the back we have like a little tail here with some tan and some more blue, which looks nice. I really like how the light blue pops on this build. And the legs are pretty nice molded pieces, and they can rotate, but it's a more like janky, like stiff manner. It doesn't have a smooth rotation. You can't really rotate all the way because the studs on the sides will block it, but you can still move it decent direction to look like it's walking. And it has some silver studs, some orange and tan and blue on the sides, adding some detail, which looks good. The back leg is actually a different mold from the front. It's a bit taller and faces a different direction, but similar detailing there. And the other legs have similar design as the other side. I just like how detailed they came out. And then of course the head of the beast is pretty much all blue. It's like a little helmet, I guess, to shield them from the sun. And you can move it down a little bit, but it doesn't have much motion to it. It's just a lot of light blue. I like how the front, how they use these rail pieces to outline it. It just looks pretty cool. We have the whip pieces used as like drinking tubes or tubes. I don't know what they're supposed to be. Some silver and stuff. Black here. It just looks really good at the front. And then we have these specially molded pieces on the side for the eyes. I mean, not molded, printed. You don't really see printed pieces much nowadays in sets, but I'm glad they decided to print these. And overall, it's a really cool looking animal build and a nice side addition to this set. So here is the Outpost build, and it's a pretty cool design. I really like these playset builds and location builds in Star Wars. It's really nice to see them instead of getting vehicles all the time. So this one looks pretty nice. I'll start over here with this little arch. So over here we have like a little arch entrance here. We have a bunch of tan, of course, because it's a sandy planet. And then we have some studs here as like some maybe junk that's just thrown on the ground. There's like a little structure here as like some sort of electric thing or power generator. We also have droid legs here, which we'll talk about later on. And then the arch has some sloping here. It has kind of like a slanted design, which looks pretty cool. We have these like clips here as well, which add some detail. And then up top here, you can see this Technic pins here, which connect to this plastic like little piece that is to represent like one of those fabric things on top of the outpost in the movie. So yeah, it connects all the way up to this part of the outpost where there's some more of those Technic pins there. And then we also have this little structure in the middle, which kind of keeps it balanced and lean down. It just has a pretty nice shaping. I like how it goes down like that. And the printing on it looks pretty neat, unique, and cool. Just like that rustic damaged feel. It just looks pretty nice. But yeah, the only thing I don't really like is how there's just a weird gap here in the middle. I don't know. I think it's because they needed this though for when it opens, because this other part here does open up. So yeah, but it just looks a bit weird when I have it closed. But yeah, for the workshop here, this is like the workshop area behind where you give the junk to Unkar Plot. So I like how they cover the windows with these grill pieces to have like barred off windows. We also have a bunch of brown here, and I like how they have some of the studs come out just to show how it's like kind of a rundown place. And then here we have a little workstation, and we have a droid here with a wrench next to it. And this is where those legs come in, so you can actually take the droid off the table and grab those legs here and connect them on. And then there's also a crate next to the station. It has a crowbar and a broom in it, but it also has a droid arm. So you can actually create a full battle droid figure. But it does have a dark orange torso, which you don't really see much, so it's nice to get that. But I like how you can kind of create a droid from all the pieces in the set, kind of like finding junk to create a new droid. just pretty cool. I like when they Star Wars sets do that, where you like find the pieces around a set to build something. They did that in the UCS Sandcrawler with a little droid that could find some crates. So it's nice to see that brought back here, and you can actually create that droid. But yeah, right here you can see that there's a little pole, and if you pull it out, you can see there's a hidden compartment here with a little gun. So it's a nice little thing there, play feature, and it just uses these rail pieces that just slide into this little slot here. And I like how it kind of just blends in as like a little step there. You can also close off that little opening here. If you move this pin to the other side, you can't open it anymore. So I like how they add that so it doesn't just fall out when you're moving it around. It's pretty nice. At the side here, we have another little window. Of course, we have this little barrel that I talked about, and then an overhang here. And at the front, we have a clip here. I like how it kind of butts out here with these slope pieces. And then this here is like the little desk where you give like the junk for like the portions like rated in the movie. So they have like that little window that's barred off. We have these gears on the side, which are a nice little decoration. And then we have this little area up top, just like this little grate connected by some Technic pins there. But yeah, as you've seen, you can open up the set and you can access the inside of the build. So on the side here, we actually have a stud shooter gun that you can, I guess, Unker Plot can use. We have like a pretty sizable interior for Unker Plot to stand in and hand out the portions. We have some blue studs here, which I think is the portions, or it's just the extra studs for the stud shooter. We have a little crate here with some gold for, I guess that's the portion, or some money or whatever. The other side has a little lamp here, and then we have a little windowsill with a drinking cup and a bottle. I guess that's like water or something like that. So pretty sizable and detailed interior, and it's nice that you can just close it up like that. Alright, so this set is a pretty fun set. We have some nice figures with Unker Plot and Tito, and Ray and BB-8 are pretty common, so they're not too interesting. We have the Juggo Beast build, which is a pretty unique one, an animal build with lots of detail to it. And the Outpost build is great as well, lots of small details. I just love the location builds in this one, it doesn't disappoint. And there's some cool features there, like with the hidden gun and that droid that you can build with pieces scattered around, which is pretty unique. So I think I give this set an 8 out of 10. It's definitely an underrated one, probably hindered because people don't really like the sequels, and the set I don't think really sold too well either. But if you like the sequels or just like location builds, maybe give this one a shot. It's not that cheap. I mean, it's pretty cheap to find, so you can probably try it out and not spend all your money on it. So if you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, join the Discord server, and I'll see you guys in another LEGO review or other type of content. Goodbye!